What's going on, my eaters? It's your boy Chef Drew, aka Chef, aka Big Drew. Y'all, today we are in the home kitchen. We just felt like for this episode it'd be best to keep it homey, keep it domestic. So we're cooking for you at my house. But today, y'all, we doing a mystery basket. What that means, we're gonna tell y'all about it here in a second. But until then, please make sure before we get started that you like, subscribe, do all the things that you need to do to help us continue to bring you guys this great content. Let's go. So y'all, like I said, we're doing a mystery basket today. I don't know what is in this bag. I asked the fellas what they think we should do for an episode. Andy was like, yo, do a mystery basket. I'll buy a bunch of stuff, put it in a bag, and make something with it. Y'all, I'm a little nervous. I don't know what's in here. I was told that he intentionally tried to get me, so we'll see. Before we get into that bag though, y'all, I just want to say thank you all for being our viewers, being our followers, keeping up on our content. Full transparency, it's been a minute since we've recorded. Sorry for the inconsistency. Just life. You know, 3 guys, we all work full time. We all have different responsibilities trying to put this content out. You know, life showed up a little bit, but we're back and we're going to do this thing. So let's get into this basket, y'all. Joe, hand me that bag, please. Joe, the bag look heavy, Joe. Okay. Y'all, bag heavy. I don't know what's in here. So let's see. Okay, y'all. We got some spicy chicken broth. Some Funyuns. Woo-wee! Y'all, listen. Pasta sides. I don't even know what this is, y'all. It says cheddar broccoli, spiral pasta with broccoli and a cheesy cheddar sauce with other natural flavors. For anyone who knows how I cook, this is like already goes against so many things that I believe in culinarily. We got mackerel fillets. Lord have mercy. Some fire roasted corn. Some sweet potatoes. Oh my goodness. If y'all see me not take something out of the bag, that's just because it's additional. I'll make this my staging area back here. Y'all, I'm a little nervous because that's interesting. And it's continuing to get interesting, y'all. Woo. Eggplant. Y'all, eggplant is not one of my favorite things in this world to cook. More eggplant. We got Brussels sprouts. Whew. Yo. Berries. Andy is not my friend, y'all. Liverwurst. Joe, this is ridiculous right now. We got some Cadbury Dairy Milk Caramello chocolate, y'all. Ham trimmings. And we got some chicken breasts here. Split chicken breasts. Y'all, this is a hodgepodge of... I don't even know what to do right now. So Andy told me we have about 15 ingredients here. I only have to use 13 of them. So as I'm sitting here thinking about what we have to do, what I got to do and make, I'm trying to think of flavors. I'm trying to think what goes together, what doesn't go together. And I'm a little stumped a little bit. So I got to kind of break through this, y'all, a little bit, go through this a little bit and think for a second and try and figure out what we're fitting to do here. I like balanced meals, protein, starch, vegetable. Sometimes meals don't need a starch, but this meal is definitely getting a starch. So let me figure out what we got going on, y'all. And yeah, chicken is definitely our protein. We're going to do something with that for sure. Let's see what's in here that I want to get rid of. The problem when I'm looking at this meal and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to make, what I'm having an issue with as I think about this on the fly is there's things here that I can see certain things going together, but I'm having an issue bringing this all in together for a cohesive meal. So give me a minute. I'm going to organize myself and then we're going to get back into this, y'all. All right, y'all, I took a few minutes. Let's see. I took 6 minutes, so y'all can hold me accountable. I took 6 minutes to try and figure something out here. I'm gonna walk you through this as I'm thinking. I told you I like to think in terms of a balanced meal. So we got the chicken over here. That's gonna be our protein. I feel like I'm going to use this mackerel, these Funyuns, the liverwurst, and the broth. We're gonna make some kind of sauce situation going there with that stuff. Corn and packaged noodles. We're gonna kind of make a little starch situation with these. Over here with the potatoes and the Brussels sprouts and the eggplant and the ham trimmings. We're gonna do a vegetable hashy type of deal. The berries and the chocolate, y'all. I'm not even gonna let that come to the party, okay? So we're gonna start putting this thing together. Y'all stay tuned. This is gonna be interesting. All right, y'all. We're gonna get cooking here. Bear with me. I'm a little disjointed right now. But we're going to figure this out here. First thing I'm going to do, I got my griddle going. I'm going to put this ham on the griddle and let it start kind of roasting up. I kind of have a good idea, a rough idea, I mean, of what I'm fitting to do. So now in a case like this, you know, just prepping everything out in mise en placing, you've heard me use that term before, is crucial. We're trying to keep time in mind. We're gonna fry up some of this ham. Ham is there. I have my oven preheating already, 400 degrees, just in case I need it. I don't know if I'm gonna need it, but we're getting the oven ready. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys this, but we're gonna put that on the cutting board. Whenever you have to use a cutting board, and I know some of you can relate, you don't want it to move all over the place and be dangerous. Put down a wet rag or some wet paper towel or something underneath it. That'll help keep your cutting board in place. If you're cutting things, you should have a stationary cutting board. We're gonna work some of these Brussels sprouts and these potatoes. Y'all, my knives are not as sharp as they should be, so don't judge me, okay? I'm just thinking as I go, guys. I'm gonna put a stock pot on. In the stock pot, I'm gonna get this broth going and heating up because it's gonna be our gravy. We're gonna have to need some hot liquid at some point. It says it's spicy. I don't know how spicy it is, but we'll see. Okay, to the Brussels sprouts. We're gonna take some of these out. Always wash your produce, y'all. Always wash your produce. And y'all, it's Brussels sprout season right now in Georgia at least. We got these from the supermarket. But always remember, support local if you can. There's always know what's going on locally as far as your growing seasons. If you can buy from a farmer somewhere near your house, if they have Brussels sprouts there, go support local, man. Buy the Brussels sprouts or your potatoes from your local guy instead of going to the supermarket. A lot of times it tastes better too, so support local. I'm just gonna cut these Brussels sprouts in half. We're gonna do like a little oven hash type of deal, y'all. I smell that ham cooking in the background. So listen, y'all, we're cooking at the house and no one eating this food but me. So I'm gonna wipe my sweat because I don't have my fans on because I want you guys to be able to hear me. So don't judge me for wiping my sweat. It's only me. I would not do this in my commercial kitchen. Please stay out of my comments about sanitation. I'm a sanitation guy, but it's hot in here. But it's either me sweat a little bit or you can't hear me. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna peel up the eggplant and the potatoes. We're gonna turn down the fire on that ham a little bit. We don't want it to burn up. We're just trying to crisp it up. Now to help me crisp that up, what I'm gonna do is these say mackerel fillets in extra virgin olive oil. I don't know if I really need the mackerel, but I do need that oil right now, y'all, so we're gonna use it. We're probably gonna use it a couple times, actually. We're gonna bring a little bit of surf and turf to this dish since Andy wanna put canned mackerel on my list. Thanks, Andy. If y'all wanna know what canned mackerel looks like, no skin, no bones, that's it. It smells like fish. So we're gonna take a little bit of this oil. Put it over there on the mackerel. And we're gonna peel this eggplant. Do y'all like eggplant? Joe, you like eggplant? Y'all, listen. I eat eggplant. It's appropriate here and there, but it's not one of my favorite things, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I think Andy knew that. That's why it's in the basket. But hey, we're gonna make it do what it do. Like I said, it's not one of my favorites. However, There are a few things it's good for. You know, if you like a good baba ganoush, if you like a good eggplant parmesan, fried crispy. I've seen people use eggplant in vegetarian lasagna. I can see how it has its place. Roasted eggplant, I've been known to make, and it's pretty good. But in my refrigerator at the house, nah. And I'm gonna tell you why. When I was growing up, we always had a garden, and one of those things my daddy always put in his garden is eggplant, and he would always put way more eggplant than anybody would ever need. And so we would have all these eggplants, eggplanting, and it just seemed like during the summertime, my household ate entirely too much eggplant. I was not a fan. So now in my adult life, I don't really mess with it because I don't have to. Cut those into cubes. I'm gonna take some of the sweet potato. And he bought so much stuff, y'all. I don't know who he thought we was cooking for. I mean, we gotta make like one plate of food, y'all. Open up this ham. We don't want it to burn, y'all. Just get crispy. A little trick. Have you ever had to peel a potato or a carrot and then your potato and carrot get peels all over the place? If you have some paper towel or some parchment paper, or newspaper, you can just put that down, peel onto it, and it really helps your cleanup go much faster. All the potato peels on the paper towel, boom, done. Joe, you like sweet potatoes?
Occasionally.
I'm not really a sweet potato person either, y'all. It is what it is. But, you know, I'm getting healthy. I just lost 71 pounds, y'all. I've been eating some sweet potatoes. They're good for you. I'm just not really a fan. So what I'm going to do now is I got all that stuff prepped up. We're going to roast them. Again, we're going to use some of this mackerel oil. I'm going to put these veggies in there. The good thing is about these veggies, y'all, and the reason I've put them all in here at the same time is all of these vegetables are pretty forgiving. And so I'm going to put them all in here, let them do their thing. They're just going to cook while we're cooking, and they should all be done about the same time. Don't worry about messing something up. Like I said, they're very, very forgiving. We're going to put a little bit more oil in here. When you're roasting vegetables, you really want to make sure that they're nice and lubricated. That's how they get their color. I'm also going to hit them with a little bit of salt. Even though this is a mystery basket, y'all, we still got to flavor our food up. Some coriander, a little bit of black pepper, and some salt. Andy tried to get me, y'all, but we're going to show him today. Been doing this too long, y'all. Y'all, I'm sweating. It's hot in here. And you know what? Because it's the fall, I'm going to put a little bit of powdered ginger in here. And then later on when we're finishing this, I'm going to finish it with some fresh ginger. Ginger is a heavily underutilized spice, I feel like, or seasoning in the United States. But in Jamaican households, everything got some ginger in it. So, boop, 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 boop. And Toss this to make sure everything gets coated up with the seasonings. Everything gets coated up with the seasonings. That's going in the oven. Okay. Next thing we're going to start working on is this chicken, y'all. Whether you're at home or not, y'all, please wash your hands, wash them continually. Especially if you touch your body. I just wiped my sweat, so I'm washing my hands again. Thank you all for taking this ride with me because it definitely is a ride. The smell of that mackerel oil, y'all, I gotta be honest, it's throwing me in here right now. That mackerel don't go with nothing in this basket, but I have faith. Bacon's crisping up good. So let that sit back there and get beautiful. Now we're gonna deal with this chicken. Andy, you thought you was getting me. You said you didn't think you was trying to get me, but I think you thought you was getting me, bro, but I do this. I'm talking a lot of trash right now, y'all, but guess what? We don't know if this is gonna taste good. So either Andy's gonna win or I'm gonna win. We're gonna see. All right, y'all, I got this chicken here. And he thought he was getting me. We're gonna take this chicken breast off the bone. I'm gonna butterfly it as well. This is just gonna help it cook better, cook faster. Boom. Be very careful when you're dealing with chicken, y'all. You want to be strategic in your movements where you put it. Chicken carries salmonella, and you don't want salmonella in your life. If you're dealing with raw chicken, please, please, please make sure you keep track of what you're doing. Be sanitary about it. As soon as you're done using raw chicken things, get them out of the way. Salt, pepper, a little bit of oil. Season both sides of your meat, y'all. Some people don't like to season both sides of the meat or all their meat. They have naked meat or bland meat. Make sure you season, put flavor on it, man. Don't be scared of it. With salt and pepper, though, always respect it, though. You can put it more in at the end, but you can't take it out. So learn how to use it. Work that muscle and learn how to really, really use it. We're gonna let that sit there with the seasoning on it for a little bit. Now I have the vegetables going. I got the ham going. That stock is working over there. Let's see what this pasta says here. Stovetop. In a medium saucepan, bring 1.5 cups of water and 1/2 cup of milk. and 2 tablespoons of margarine to a boil. Stir in contents of package and return to a boil. I think that's about 1.5 cups of stock. So that's going to be the water today. I'm going to put these noodles in there. Bring that to a boil. I'm going to put a little bit of dairy in it. Y'all, we don't have any milk in my house, but I got some half and half, so I'm going to steal some. Just a touch of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this canned corn, I'm going to strain it off, and I'm going to put some of this corn in that noodles. If y'all have ever had mac and cheese with corn in it, that's where this is coming from. I don't know if y'all do that, but that's how we used to try and get my kids to get some different vegetables in their systems. You can put anything dang near in some mac and cheese and the baby will eat it. I'm just saying. Okay, y'all. So the corn is spoken for. Everything is spoken for. Except for my liverwurst and my Funyuns. I threw the sweets out with the berries. So every good meal needs a gravy, right? We're gonna put some Funyuns and some gravy and some liverwurst, and we're gonna make a sauce, y'all. I'm gonna use some more of this. No, you know what? I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna just use a touch of that and some water to make our sauce. Stirring our noodles. With this packaged stuff, y'all, we just pretty much making sure the pasta is cooked through. Okay, y'all. In my house, we always have some onions. We always have ginger and garlic. I got a little pork fat that I do barbecue. We always got a little pork fat. You never know when you might need that. And I feel like for this dish to stand up to the taste of the liverwurst, I needed something a little bit more hearty than some canola oil or some vegetable oil. So we're going to use some lard, man. And we're going to start putting this sauce together. I got my saucepan heating up. Saucepan is heating up. While it's heating, we're going to put some of this pork in there too. This lard. So I don't know if y'all know this about me, but your boy Chef Drew loves a caramelized onion. There's something about just onions that are browned. I just think it makes everything better. Caramelized onions in meatloaf, caramelized onions in casseroles, caramelized onions on a salad or on some chips. To me, and caramelized onions in sauces. I love them. It makes sense to me. And here's the thing, I want to say something, y'all. I'm not one of those people who's against liverwurst. I can actually get with it here and there in the right application. A little liverwurst on some crackers, a little liverwurst. You know, if you're really hardcore, some people do liverwurst sandwiches. I'm here for it. I'm not here for liverwurst as an ingredient in a dish, though. All right, y'all, so I got this onion diced up. We're gonna put this over here in this lard. That's gonna be the basis of our sauce. We're gonna take some of this liverwurst here. What y'all know about potted meat? Who grew up eating potted meat in any fashion? Put it in the comments. Liverwurst, corned beef, Spam, Vienna sausages. What y'all know about that potted meat? If you know, you know. If you don't know, I would say you might be missing a little bit in your life. What about is bologna considered a potted meat? Might be. I know y'all know about some bologna now. So we're gonna take this liverwurst. Make sure you take the string off it. Andy, you thought you was getting me with this liverwurst, but if nothing else tastes good, I'm gonna make sure this gravy tastes good. I hope at least. I'm gonna break that up, put it in this pan with the onions, y'all. We're gonna fry it all up. All right, y'all. So we got the vegetables roasted in the oven. Check. We got the macaroni and corn on the corner. That's ready. Check. Chicken breast is cooked. Check. We're pulling this thing together, y'all. Right now, we're going to finish this sauce. In this sauce, I sauteed some onions and the liverwurst, some garlic and some ginger, a couple spices in the pork lard. And then I deglazed the pan with a little bit of water. The other thing that's in here, yeah, that's what's in here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna taste it, check the salt, check the spiciness. I'm gonna put a little bit of herbs in here, some thyme and oregano, maybe some browning if I have it, because I want a brown gravy, hopefully a browner gravy. And then we're gonna land this plane, y'all. So let's see. Oh, and I got the Funyuns in here, Joe. I forgot the Funyuns. Okay, cool. So we're gonna put a little bit of thyme in here. Thyme, I don't know, it's another staple in my house. It's a staple in Jamaican cuisine. It's an earthier herb. It's earthy and florally all at the same time. Oregano, everyone typically knows what oregano is. It's a little bit peppery of an herb, but you know, I feel like That'll work. And then you know what I'm gonna do? I was gonna take this the ham that I have browned up. I was gonna take that, chop it up roughly, and put it on the vegetables, and I still may do that actually. But I'm gonna use a little bit of it. This sauce can use a little bit of salt. I told you this bacon was salty. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that in there. Y'all, if you did not know, a good blender is your friend when you need to make sauces. So just keep that in mind. Our blender, you can put hot stuff in it and cold things in it, so that helps as well. I didn't have to cool the sauce down. I'm gonna blend this up because I wanted the sauce to be smoother than it was. I didn't want it chunky, but I don't want it completely liquefied. Like, it can have some texture to it. I'm not gonna strain it or anything. Some browning. A little goes a long way, y'all, when you use this browning stuff. Just a good way to impart some color to your stuff. So it's 6:38 where we're filming right now. My wife told me before we got this thing started that she thought I would do it in an hour. We started at 5:30. Guess what, y'all? I did an hour and 8 minutes. We're gonna put this thing together and see how it comes out. First thing we're gonna put in work on is this the mac and cheese with the corn in it. Hold on, y'all. I need a spoon. I'm doing too much. Boom. I'm gonna make a bed of the macaroni. Boom. I'm gonna take some of these roasted vegetables. We got some sweet potatoes. Got some eggplant. We got some Brussels sprouts. Y'all, if you don't like Brussels sprouts, trust me, Brussels sprouts don't gotta be the thing of the past anymore that everyone is all grossed out about and whatnot. Brussels sprouts are actually pretty good. And we have our chicken breast here. Let's cut that down in some more manageable pieces. Okay. Forgive me for my plating, y'all. I'm trying with y'all. I'm trying. Andy didn't think about plating. I didn't know I was going to be plating, so. And here we got our liverwurst gravy. I told you y'all, we got some of this bacon. And remember, some of the bacon is in the gravy as well. I'm just putting it on there for a little bit of texture, a little bit more saltiness. And just for a little pop of color, y'all, I typically am not the guy who's like, yo, throw some herbs at it, but we're gonna do it today. And that's what we got, y'all. Mystery basket dish. We have some macaroni and cheese cooked in chicken broth with some roasted vegetables and a seared chicken breast with some liverwurst gravy, topped with some fresh herbs and some cured ham. Let's see how this stuff tastes. Joe, how you think this is gonna taste, man?
I'm not gonna lie, it looks good.
Joe said he thinks it looks good, y'all. I think it looks good too, considering. Okay, y'all. The mac and cheese cooked in that stock with the vegetables, y'all. Oh, there's a piece of a little salty ham.
Salty ham?
Yeah, baby, salty ham.
I don't like salty ham. It makes me want
Sweet potatoes good.
to sweet potatoes.
Y'all, this tastes great. You can't taste the macro oil, Andy. Thank you very much. I put in work on that. It roasted the vegetables very, very well. The salt didn't get carried away anywhere. It looked good. Somebody could serve this plate of food to me, and I'm not just saying this because I made it. Someone could serve this plate of food to me not knowing what they had to work with, just like I didn't know what I had to work with. And if they gave me this plate of food, I wouldn't know that it was some crazy mystery basket. It tastes composed, it tastes balanced. I taste the pepperiness, I taste the sweetness in the sauce. The pasta is cooked properly, it's not overcooked. The vegetables are a little bit softer than I would typically like, but for most people, I'm certain they are great. Joe, I give this daggone mystery basket without the berries and the chocolate, Andy. I give this about an 8 out of 10. I ain't gonna hold you. I paid $20 for this plate of food, so $25 in a restaurant, straight up. Listen, one of the things I loved about this challenge, this episode, is it showed in real time my ability to adapt. And whether you work in the kitchen, you're starting a clothing line, you're a publisher in a magazine, you work at Walmart. No matter what you do, one of the most valuable traits I feel a person can have, an individual can have, and especially a business owner or an entrepreneur can have, is the ability to adapt and adapt quickly. I didn't know what I was going to start this episode with, y'all, and it was stressing me out. But how about this? When the camera came on and it was time to cook, I took a minute, I looked at what I had to work with, and I just used the skills and the knowledge and abilities in me to produce a great plate of food. Whatever your plate of food is, whatever your skills and abilities are to help you get to that wonderful plate of food, y'all, trust in yourself, know that it's in you. and hone the muscle and the ability to adapt and overcome and improvise. Could this dish have been better? It could have been better, absolutely, with more planning, more raw materials, all of that stuff. But what makes this dish so great is that it still tastes great, and only I and you and Joe knows what it took to put into it. Y'all, as always, our purpose with this channel is to educate you, excite you, and empower you into the businesses and the life that you want for yourselves and your family, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us again on the Eating Chambers channel. Please make sure you like, subscribe, do all the things you need to do to help us bring you this content. Also remember to support our Homeboys podcast, Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and John, on all podcast platforms, y'all. Until next time, we are gone, and I'm fitting to finish this plate of food, y'all.